What challenges do you find in balancing your organizational leadership responsibilities with your desire to engage high school peer health exchange students individually?
I feel really lucky to be able to engage with our high school students in some way in going visiting workshops, and I think that's an awesome way to engage actually really directly with the program. And yet at the same time, I think I've been really surprised at how much personal reward I find from doing the bigger picture work, and especially in doing my best to build and lead a team of people to do that work. I think that sort of more than anything that I've done in Peer Health Exchange to date is the place where I just get to see the most, and in doing so, I think feel like I have a real opportunity to observe and to comment on how we can have the greatest impact. And it's harder to see that in some ways when you're down on the ground. I think without being down on the ground, you wouldn't ever have a clue on where to start. But I think I really feel lucky to get that perspective, and at the same time try to keep myself on the ground too. So it's a balancing act, I think, always, but I'm definitely surprised at how much joy personally I find from doing the work up here in a way that I felt like when I was doing the work here I never would have imagined liking. So.
And do you feel that by having spent years doing that work on the ground, engaging students at the individual level, you're better prepared to understand the broader needs at an organizational level?
Definitely. I mean, I think with that said, it's funny, after moving from being a college student volunteer, actually teaching these workshops in schools, a couple times a week, to doing this work in the first few years of Peer Health Exchange and doing a little bit of work with the college students directly, to now doing really almost no work with the college students directly. I feel like that experience was super valuable, and without it, again, I wouldn't have any perspective on what we need to be doing. But I think even though I had that experience, it's still every year so different what we do on the ground. And I think I find that it's amazing how distant I can be from what's going on in the classroom if I don't go to the classroom, and if I don't really take the time to listen to our staff that are working directly with the college students, or the college students who are working directly with the high school kids. Like, that's still just such a valuable perspective. So there are times where I'll spend months away from it and sort of believe that all the other hugely important things that need to happen for PHE to do that work on the ground are more important, and I can't take the time away to go, even though I really want to go. And then the minute I get back into the classroom, or the minute I sit down with a staff member who has a great perspective on what's going on, I of course remember that sort of nothing is as important as that. So